Hello, my name is Sarah.
And I'm Cindy.
If you're new here, hello. Trooping of the Color was yesterday.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, it's a British thing.
Okay, the king has 2 birthdays.
I wish I had 2 birthdays.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
It started in Charles II. And so now King Charles has 2 birthdays. One's in November and one's in June. And the one in June, pretty much, it lasts for a whole week, but really all month, let's be honest. There's so much going on this month.
There's like 7 different,
Yeah.
It's Pride, it's,
Everything
month.
Yeah. So, they have like this big ceremony that they go through. All of these, the bands play, and the Scottish Guards there, all of the different guards and armies and militaries. They have some sort of part in the parade, and then the king honors them by saluting, and then everybody knows about the balcony.
They stand up on the balcony.
Yeah.
Kate usually looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And this time there was the Duke and Duchess of Kent. Catherine was there. Charles, William, the 3 kids, Edward and Sophie, Lady Louise, and I believe the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. I'm not positive, but I think I saw them on the other end of the balcony.
What about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex?
Oh, they were not invited.
Surprisingly, they weren't invited. Oh my gosh. It would have, her beige dress would have made the outfit, or made the ceremony.
Of course, we've got a living legend on the balcony. She wore bright white and blue, Catherine, and
her dress. She looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah, she looked really, really skinny, but also healthy at the same time.
Yeah, she had a lot of color to her. She
much healthier
gorgeous.
Skin tone than the king, I would say, because he looked. I don't know if it was like the camera mixed with it being so cold.
Yeah,
his skin looked really pale.
Well, he had been standing in the rain all day.
Yeah, like he better not catch a cold.
Like he was in the downpour. It was raining so hard.
The pictures they got of William look, that looks like history book pictures.
Yeah. It's a close-up of his face. I like the one, it's really close, and you can see the raindrops on him, falling down in front of him.
Princely.
Yes. Princess Anne, Princess Royal Anne, Edward was riding. I believe he was in the middle, and then William was on the outside. King Charles didn't want to, and he shouldn't have ridden today. No.
I wouldn't have had him on horseback in the downpour.
No,
because
it was bad enough that he had to stand there.
Yeah, being so with the chemotherapy and stuff like that, it already lowers your immune system. Yeah. His immune system is already pretty shot. He could catch a cold. Yeah. And it could, it's not like, oh, the king has a little cold, the king needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So, I think it was probably best that he not ride, and also he might not be able to ride.
Yeah.
right now, just because,
Well,
you know.
he's 70, almost 80 years old.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to. He's got young people for that. Princess Anne.
Oh my God.
She is only 3 years younger, but she is so fit.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She takes very good care of herself.
Yeah, she is definitely a role model.
I was a little sad to see, now her husband was on the balcony, but I was a little sad to see Mike and Zara not up there. Now, I mean, they're not royals, but, well, they are, but they're not working royals.
Yeah. But maybe he wanted it to just be the, you know, core people that he felt are important.
When they rode in, the king came in first, his carriage, and then Catherine and the 3 children came in, and when it was time, the king just went on around, because he has to make the circles for the people, and her carriage just stopped, and they got out, they went inside, they were very respectful. It was all about the king. And even though everyone was so happy to see her.
I mean, it was kind of like, it was kind of Kate's day, but also, you know, it's for the king.
Yeah, but it was, when everyone saw her in the carriage, they started cheering.
Oh my God, the picture of her just smiling.
She was so happy to be back. So happy. And, I mean, she may not appear in anything else this month, but she might. She said that there was a few things that she wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that she wrote a letter and made people aware that, yes, she's going to be there, but it's about the king.
The picture she released was also really cute.
Oh, yeah.
Her, she looked much... I'm hoping that she can come back and be more involved, at least in the public space.
They're a whole... I mean, they weren't out on the balcony very long. The flyby went really quickly. It was probably a whole 20 minutes, not even that long. But, you know, when her planes flew by, because she's the colonel of the Scottish Guard, she was like smiling from ear to ear, talking to the king, laughing with Queen Camilla. Sophie looked beautiful.
As always.
That yellow dress looks so good on Sophie.
The kids looked adorable.
Oh my God.
The Windsor children looked so cute. Louis, again, still in the show with his cute little dancing.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
He's so sassy. I love him.
Yes.
Everyone's freaking out about how Charlotte, there's a picture of Charlotte that she looks just like William.
Oh my God,
like,
it is incredible.
Same smile, same nose, same everything. Like, you could easily point out that that's her dad.
Yeah. But somehow she looks like Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
It amazes me.
She's a beautiful mix of the two.
Yeah. And also you can see Diana in her.
But William looks pretty identical to Diana.
Yeah, they're both very beautiful people.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, I could easily point out that William is Diana and Charles's kid.
Yeah. Much
quicker than you can Harry.
Yeah.
And it's not just the red hair, it's
the
fact that, you know, Diana and Charles, William has both their similar nose structure, eye structure, eye color,
the mouth,
the jawline, it all looks the same. On Harry, he looks different. He doesn't look like them, and that doesn't mean that I'm not inferring that he's not a sibling, because, you know, I look nothing like one of my brothers.
Yeah. Harold did pop up in the situation. Everyone, of course, Megan Sugars, and I'm going to call you Sugar because that's what you are. Harold, better known as Harry, he said that, you know, he didn't want to be invited. They didn't want to come. It wasn't a big deal to him.
Sure.
He said
he would probably give Megan all of it.
Yeah. To get back on the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Harry is looking for a house in England. Because they want to start a business there. They're trying.
I don't know why he would try to move back, knowing that the entire country does not want him there.
Well, he thinks that, you know, that's just rumors. That's just nonsense. Because he thinks that he's
so great.
Yeah, he says he's more attractive. He says he's more sophisticated. He's a better dresser.
Okay, I gotta wait before you continue. There's a video that I saw. It popped up. It was put out a day ago as of recording this. And basically this channel was talking about that Harry is a style icon. I'm not a fashion person at all. But when you're making a video and you're talking about someone's fashion and you're talking about a guy's blue suit, but you're showing a woman's ball gown?
Yeah.
They were showing Megan's dress, calling Harry the sophisticated. I'm not sophisticated. Sophisticated dude. And you're gonna, you know.
But it's but they were saying how people have been making videos about that, about how poor little Megan just nobody will give her a chance, and how popular she is. And
really, because every single person in Hollywood wants nothing to do with her.
Yeah. Where are all these pictures? I mean, she can show parking lot photos, but she can't show, you know, her having dinner with someone.
Well, I think she thinks that is like, you know, because like all those pictures of Taylor Swift, like on her way from getting coffee in the morning, you know, those kind of blow up. You know, every time you see Tom Holland and Zendaya walking around in, you know, their cute little workout clothes, you know, those blow up. But you actually have to be interesting. Like, I actively want to see, oh my God, how did she pull, you know, how did he pull her?
Yeah.
How did he get her?
Yeah.
How did she get him? I need to know. You know, we're interested in their relationship.
Yeah.
There's nothing about Megan that's interesting other than the fact that she married a prince.
Now,
but she goofed and got, you know.
Well, so they were saying how, well, it's really just this one fan site starts giving all the other, from what I understand, one fan site sends out what they want the Sugars to talk about. And they were talking about how Charles...
Is that a faceless channel?
Yeah. Yeah, and
so
from what
could very well be Megan.
Yeah, well, from what everybody can tell, most of the, I think there's like, you know, thousands, not 100,000. The view count is mostly bots.
Oh.
So and they share bots between the sugars. I'm not sure how that works. But they're sharing bots, so it builds their status up to make them look like they're more important and like they're getting views and all this.
But like, if nobody knows who you are,
Yeah.
then you're not actually important.
Yeah. So they're saying that Charles is so interested in seeing the grandchildren that, you know, he's just beside himself and he's worrying about the grandchildren and all this.
No, I think he's worrying about his cancer diagnosis.
Yeah.
And trying not to die.
Yeah.
So that he can run multiple countries.
Yeah.
I think that's his top priority, not some kid he's never seen before, and that the Queen doesn't even acknowledge. One of them, the Queen doesn't even acknowledge exists.
Yeah.
She quite literally said she doesn't believe. None of them believe Lilibet exists.
Yeah.
So
I was so happy to see Prince Louis and Charlotte and was talking to him there on the balcony and he was loving it.
George got a new haircut, it looked.
Yeah, he's looking so much like his dad.
Yeah, it's much more swooshy than it was before.
Now, because of Meghan and Harry's fan base, the kids have actually had to been pulled out of school because of, well, I don't know if they're back in school now, but temporarily had to be pulled out of school because there was so much going around and they were upsetting the kids and so, I mean, what kind of person does that?
I mean, I know
children?
I just called Archie a snot-nosed brat. But that's not half as bad as what they're saying about William and Kate's kids. I mean, some of them are even saying that these children should be unalived.
Yeah.
You know, as an adult person, does that make you feel good about yourself?
Yeah, what kind of person are you?
You're
to talk about a child.
To fat shame a child?
Yeah. I mean, we don't even know if Meghan and Harry's children are actually real.
Seeing as how they keep getting different children to play Archie, I actually think that Archie is real.
Yeah, well,
I think that there is a little boy that was born, maybe not from Meghan, but was born, that is Archie. But I think we don't get to see him, not because they want privacy, but because the kid isn't maybe conventionally attractive enough that Meghan would consider showing that child.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of shallow person that she is.
Yeah.
And multiple people have said that. I'm not, the first person who's had that inkling. We all heard about the one kid who possibly has Down syndrome that she didn't want.
Yeah.
I mean, she has another baby with, I think, her first husband.
Yeah.
Who Meghan actually had that kid. She looks just like her.
Oh, yeah.
She looks like Meghan's identical twin.
Yeah, she does.
You can very clearly tell that's Meghan's baby.
Yeah.
She had a baby.
All of her face.
And she won't touch that child. She won't go near that. She won't talk about that kid because that kid's half black.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Meghan has been married 3 times. The first marriage was annulled, but there was he has a baby
who fits at the time that he was with Meghan, this kid would have been conceived / given birth. It's the age of how many years they've been apart. Yeah. I mean, every picture I've seen of that kid, there's a picture of him holding her, and it looks exactly like the photo of
Meghan.
Thomas holding Meghan.
Yeah.
At the same age. I mean, that little girl looks just like Meghan.
Yeah.
Meghan before she got white.
Yeah.
Before she, started being white.
Yeah. So I don't know. She's pretty popular. Lalani of Barbados.
I love her.
She's a reliable source. I've seen it from other sources, but I trust her to do the research.
Mm-hmm.
So
she actually has a lot of friends in the royal circle.
Yeah.
/ family members that are in the royal circle.
She's very familiar with Lady C and people like that. So she said that, and you can look this up, but I forgot to find her name. Oh my God. It's such a cute little name too.
If I can find it, I will.
Yeah, we'll put it at the bottom.
Put it on the screen.
She was a sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a sugar before Oprah.
Oh.
And she is very African American. Really sweet girl. She's very shy. And she went and she was on YouTube for a long time. And she said that when she started posting about Meghan, she started getting followers. And she got built up to like 12,000 followers. And for her, that was a big deal. I mean, it's not anything near like 100,000 or anything. But it was a big deal for her.
That's a big deal for a fan site.
Yeah. And so people automatically started, her other fan sites started contacting her and getting with her and stuff. And she started, because she was following the Teague and things like that.
Yeah.
So she was a fan of Meghan's when she was on Suits. And she said that, it wasn't a big deal for her to do it. And she was so excited about getting followers. But then Meghan started lying. Like when she started, one of the things that she was lying about is on the Teague, she shows Meghan in the little gray t-shirt where she's making fish tacos in a kitchen.
Okay.
And she shows the recipe, and that is supposed to be the night that she, was in her torn jeans and dirty t-shirt, no shoes for Kate and William.
The dirty t-shirt thing ticks me off. Like, I get it. You're trying to be relatable.
Yeah.
But, like, if I have company over, I'm going to put a clean shirt on at least.
Yeah. Well, it didn't look dirty in the thing, but that's how she described herself. In her messy clothes.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, it's her messy hair. Well,
Is it like J-Lo?
Yeah.
When her hair's messed up, she's just running around the block.
Yeah. Well, apparently Meghan ran backwards because the video that she has on the Teague 2 years prior to the meeting of Catherine and William is what she put on, saying that that's the night that she met them.
Okay.
And it wasn't that. I mean, the fish taco night was on the Teague 2 years before she met them.
And William and Kate won't say what that dinner included.
Well, and they're not gonna, because
it was a private meeting. We shouldn't know everything about their lives.
It's tacky to put that out there.
Yeah.
And, they have more class.
I mean, if it was like a cute little photo of them having a dinner together, or like after a dinner together, like that would be cute. But like,
well, this is supposed to be her getting ready to have dinner for William and Catherine. And that's when she was hugging and
her tiny little mini castle.
Yeah.
That was just like so small they couldn't even do anything.
But it was actually in Toronto at her apartment, not at Knotcott.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, are we surprised?
Yeah.
Are
Well,
we surprised that she would do that?
she was very shocked, and it hurt her feelings that she would do that. So she automatically just said, I don't want to do this anymore. And then she started getting death threats, and she started getting bullied, and people saying hateful things to her, and telling her to do things, and it was just really, really bad for her. And so she just like cut it off. She just,
good, as she should.
yeah.
If it is Megan that runs that account and she's allowing people to, like I've said this many times before. If I had any kind of influence over people, there were people who followed me, who looked up to me, and then they started threatening or harming, or threatening harm towards other people, I would immediately go in and be like, guys, you need to stop that because that's kind of stupid. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Don't
Don't
that.
try to do that. Leave this person alone. But the fact that she doesn't do that, I mean, because she could very easily say, guys, leave Kate alone. Leave this girl alone. Leave this person alone.
Yeah.
They yes, they hurt me. Yes, I, yada, 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 all the big, long, fake story that she told. But leave him alone. Yeah. I would at least have a little bit of respect for her.
Yeah.
If she did that.
But she doesn't. She's so manipulating. And see, to this day, the girl still has problems with it. And it's, I don't know how to feel about that. About just the sheer blatant disrespect of the people who thinks a lot of you, who is leaning on you and wants that respect back. And she just doesn't give it.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, it's me, and...
What can you give me?
Yeah. So, yeah, we have the beautiful princess of
Wales.
Of Wales, and she's come back, and hopefully she'll be back
to stay.
Oh, yes.
It was like people were, like, they were literally fiending for any kind of Kate content.
Oh, yeah.
And then now it's like, oh my gosh, we got she's here. She's here.
Yes, this morning to start seeing her face and all about the king, all about those beautiful horses. I mean, I'm sure there was incidents, but
I didn't
nothing
hear of
really
any.
bad, as far as I know. And it was really good. It went off, I think, successful. And, I mean, there was not a big crowd, but, I think it was okay.
I think people were still unsure. Is everybody going to be there?
And it was pouring.
It was pouring the rain. I don't blame people for not wanting to come. I mean, there was a lot of people watching live streams.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think the fact that, it's raining, I don't want to go, and just watch it at home.
Yeah. I think BBC should have let people do their own live streaming.
Yeah, that
was a little much.
Yeah.
But William and Catherine are supposed to have it on their YouTube channel for free, so people could watch it there.
Okay.
And you can get it from BBC.
The camera's just not going to be great.
Yeah.
They don't know how to film.
I think it was a success. And
we're being